closed captioning provided by the full-time MBA program in the Haslam College of Business. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer stick.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow.
For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose.
The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. Hey, he goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this one.
Fires for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show, hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official Bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By the 2015 Ford F-150, the future of tough is here, only at your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Tennessee football. By Dish, home of the new 2-year TV price lock and official sponsor of the Big Orange. And by Farm Bureau Insurance. With agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
Well, they say football's a game of inches. Aaron Medley's last second field goal sails just inches wide to the right, and Florida wins 28-27. Coach, it came that close for a big, big win for your football team.
We're putting ourselves in positions to win football games, and now it's the critical plays at the critical stages of the game, and I'm proud of our players. I thought they showed some resiliency. They showed some grit going on the road in a hostile environment, having a span of about 6 minutes where everything goes wrong. We get ourselves in position, and that was a long kick, and, you know, Aaron Medley's going to be fine, and but there's so many teaching opportunities. It's disappointing. It's disappointing for all of us. But you know what? It's a week-to-week season. We need to bounce back. We go back to work today, work on correcting some of our deficiencies, and move on.
You have said all along this team and this program, as it grows, has to learn to close out games. And again, it was another painful lesson against Florida.
Well, very painful. But our kids hurt. We come back, we work at it, and we just have to get better all across the board. Everyone in our football organization, we're being tested right now, our character, our commitment, our resiliency, our loyalty, and it's a perfect storm for negativity, and we can't allow that to happen because we have a lot of good things. We are making progress when you step back, but you have to point to critical stages, junctures of the game. You know, it starts with 4th down conversions. They were 5 for 5, and we have to get off the field. We're one play away again from victory formation on offense, but there's so many teach lessons that come from this. But again, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. You have to be mentally and physically tough in the SEC because it's a week-to-week season. Our players hurt, but I know they'll show great resiliency and bounce back.
One thing you wanted to do was be tough and run the ball, and you were able to do that against Florida.
We were able to do that. They were averaging 53 yards per game, and I believe we had 254 yards rushing the football. I really thought, particularly in the 3rd and 4th quarters, we were able to wear them down and really run the ball effectively. Jalen Hurd had a great game. I thought Josh Dobbs had a very gritty performance as well.
We'll look at some of the highlights from the Tennessee Volunteers and the Florida Gators next here on the Butch Jones Show.
It's time to honor the Vol Scholar of the Week. This week's Vol Scholar is senior offensive lineman Kyler Curbison. Kyler graduated last May with a degree in recreation and sport management. He's now taking classes towards a master's degree with aspirations of working in football operations. That's why he's the Vol Scholar of the Week.
They throw it out to Jennings. He's going to throw it back to Dobbs on the right side. Dobbs trying to get to the corner, gets to the 50, down the far sideline to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee! Jawan Jennings got the swing pass to the left side and threw it back across the field to Dobbs. He takes off 58 yards for the score, and Tennessee has cut the Florida lead 7-6 on a brilliantly executed trick play.
Indeed, one of the highlights of the Tennessee-Florida game. And, Coach, you came into the game saying you got to throw everything you got at them, and you did that in the first half.
Well, we call those momentum plays, great opportunity plays, and Florida kind of had the momentum a little bit first in the game, and when we crossed right around midfield or where we were at, we wanted to throw that right away, and the players did a great job of executing it.
Juwan Jennings is a special athlete. He's moved from quarterback to wide receiver and now back to quarterback really yesterday throwing that pass.
Well, he had a great throw, and he didn't have time to warm up too, and I thought our linemen downfield did a very good job blocking, and then Josh finished it.
Well, let's look at the highlights, and we'll start with that same play. The one thing about it with Jennings, he held the safety when he looked downfield, and then he threw it back, and that was a key.
Well, you're exactly right. It's all about your eyes and manipulating the safety, and right here we're going to motion Jalen Hurd out of the backfield, and he's actually going to be a protector for Juwan here, and as you know, we can't go downfield blocking, so we're going to protect with Josh Malone here and Jalen Hurd, and they do a great job. And then we have the tight end running the over route here, and he's going to raise his hand, which you can't see, and Juwan does a great job looking at him, and then Josh is going to drift, and then we have a convoy, a picket fence of offensive linemen down the field, and we just get enough. And you can see after the over route, Ethan Wolf actually comes back and uses great judgment and gets us on the board to make it 7-7.
And that's the center, Coleman Thomas, down there leading the pack.
Well, that's exactly right. And on that play, we were pulling our entire offensive line. And again, our players executed it, and it was a great play call. Next one, they have 1st and 10 here. And what we're doing is actually hugging the back here with Jalen Reeves-Maven, so it's not a true blitz. And he does a great job, again, of creating a negative yardage football play. And he again, continues to impress at his linebacker position.
Your young tackles got a chance to play a lot.
Well, they did. Here's a true freshman, Shai Tuttle, does a great job. They're pulling the front side tackle, blocking down with the tight end, and he fights through it. Great pad level here and strain, and then making the play.
Tuttle really is getting better at running sideline to sideline.
Oh, he is, and that was a big play because it was 3rd down, and it gets us off the field on defense.
Josh Dobbs was a factor in this game with his legs.
Well, he was, and he did a great job, again, of also creating yards after contact, making people miss, and again, a really good job of getting the ball north and south. Again, good job by our offensive line at the point of attack. And what you see on all these plays is you see the effort that we talk about all the time, from wideouts to tight ends. Here's Ethan Wolf trying to get a key block, and Ethan does. He has a key block on their safety. And again, our players are playing with great effort. Now we just need to close games out.
Another trick play for Tennessee on a big 4th and 2.
Well, another opportunity play, Bob, and it was 4th and 2, and it was all based on where their safeties were aligned. And it's a jump pass into the line of scrimmage to Alvin Kamara. And Ethan Wolf is going to come out here to the right. He's going to act like he's blocking. We'd like for him just to get hands on the defender just a little bit more, but does a good job with his arc release. And then the whole key to this play is the offensive line not allowing penetration. They do a great job of building a wall, get the ball deep to the back, and then there's a jump pass. And again, missed tackle, and this sets up our next score by Jalen Hurd. Again, 2nd goal, this will be a 1-yard touchdown run by Jalen. Does a really good job with his pad level and his leg drive. So again, you know, we wanted to seize the momentum, so you have the throwback to the quarterback that gets us 7. Then we have the opportunity play, the big splash play with the pass to Alvin, and then we finished the drive off on 2nd goal with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Hurd again went over 100 yards in the game, and Tennessee leads 14-7.
2nd and 10 here, and again, design quarterback run. Coleman Thomas leading the way. Again, making the first line of defense miss, and we knew if we could make the first line miss, they were very aggressive, that we could have big runs. Again, you can see the offensive lineman out in front, leading in the effort.
65 yards on that run by Josh Dobbs.
Then Aaron Medley gets on the board with a 34-yard field goal here and puts us up 17-7.
And that was the halftime score as well. And Darren Kirkland's another young guy.
Oh, yes, he is. Another true freshman out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And you can see his athleticism, his speed, his skill set. Again, wrapping the quarterback up. Does a great job here.
Ladero McNeil back in the lineup and makes another big play at safety.
Yeah, and it starts right here at the line of scrimmage. We're in a catch technique here, a run-through technique by our corner on the jam. So what that's going to do down below here on the numbers is going to disrupt the rhythm and the timing of the play, and it allows the safety, Ladero McNeil, to get over top for the vertical and does a very good job of having another interception there.
He's been back 2 games and has 2 interceptions now for Tennessee.
So after a penalty, we get the ball 1st and 5, and Jalen Hurd does, again, a great job, 2nd, 3rd effort. And the thing where he's much different from last year to this year, Bob, is he is doing a great job with the upcuts and getting his shoulders north and south and getting yards after contact, and we chart that. So you see where the contact occurs, and he gets a couple yards, and all great running backs always have a knack for falling forward.
Hurd again over 100 yards in this game, and that sets up an Aaron Medley attempt.
37-yard field goal here, and this puts us up 20-7.
And again, this is the 11:07 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Again, right here, this is Corey Vereen, and this is the same play that they had run earlier in the game, and we did a great job of correcting it. And then you can see again Corey Vereen applying pressure, makes the quarterback pull up, and then there's the freshman Darren Kirkland again. Darren has a great knack for the football.
Coach, that's one thing we talked about after the game, the difference in the speed on the Tennessee defense. I mean, that's a defensive end running down a quarterback.
Well, it's been a real point of emphasis for us, and you can see that, and we're going to need more of that. Now, again, points of pressure on the quarterback. Right here, we allow him to escape, but again, another true freshman, Kyle Phillips, does a great job with a 63 effort play of laying out. And this is what we call here a sweep tackle. We actually practice this in our maximum 1 periods, where you lay out and you try to sweep the ankle of the ball carrier, and he does a great job of executing the sweep tackle, and they come up short.
Josh Dobbs again.
Well, critical 3rd and 3 play. We're actually running a naked here, Bob, and we have the over route. If you can see right at the top of the numbers down below here is Von Pearson. He's going to run an over route. And now Josh has a triple option where he can throw the ball to the tight end, he can throw the ball to the slot, Von Pearson over the middle, or he can run the football, and he saw them over pursue. And again, Josh does a great job of getting the ball north and south and getting a critical 1st down.
And Dobbs one more time.
Again, 3rd and 3. Again, a critical play, and you can see the freshman up top, Preston Williams, blocking his man and doing a very good job in sealing a lane for the quarterback. And then you can see the tight end here, Alex Ellis, down below here wrapping around. And what we're trying to do is get flow by the linebackers and motioning the back out of the backfield. And you can see the one linebacker, what it does is it brings him to Jalen Hurd on the wide motion, and then that allows for the tight end with the ability to pull up in the hole and have a blocking angle. And there's where the crease is. And then Josh, I told you, a gritty performance. Watch the effort of the wideouts downfield, 2nd and 3rd efforts. Critical 3rd down and 13 here. We do a great job of running an inside dig to the tight end. Ethan does a great job. Again, I thought in the 2nd half we did a much better job of pass protection. We got a clean pocket for the quarterback to throw the football, and he steps up and rips the dig route to Ethan for a critical 1st down.
And then Tennessee caps off its scoring with this touchdown run again by Jalen Hurd.
3rd and goal at the 10. They're in man coverage, so we knew they didn't have a 2nd level of defense. And again, very good job by our offensive line in a point of attack. And then Jalen does a great job of getting his shoulders again north and south. And then you can see Von Pearson here doesn't get the cut block, but it's still enough to occupy the safety, and he's got a clean entry into the end zone.
Showed a lot of offensive plays. You had to be happy with 27 points and how your offense played, but again, it's about closing out the game after you get those points.
Well, it is closing the game out, and that was a very explosive defense, number 1 or number 2 in the SEC in total defense. And like I said, they were giving up 53 yards rushing the football, and we had over 200 and some odd yards rushing. It's the most in the modern era by a Tennessee team versus Florida. But at the end of the day, it's closing the games out. It's getting off the field. It's 4th down conversions, and our players laid it on the line, and that's the thing that you hurt for the most, because you watch the video clips, you see the effort that they're giving, and that's why good things are coming. And we just need to continue to focus on the positive, continue to move forward. It's a long football season left. We have 8 games left. And we always say, at the teams that can manage the natural adversities early on in the season, if you can do that, you're going to have a great finish and end up having a great year.
Take a look at the Tennessee assistant coaches when we come back here on the Butch Jones Show.
This is how the Vols pitch in.
In the fall, Neyland Stadium plays host to the most electric crowd in the nation. But did you know that this crowd also helps move some of the largest recycling efforts as well? On game days, you can expect to find nearly 800 recycling receptacles campus-wide, including 400 in the stadium alone. But the green efforts don't stop there. In fact, several organizations are hosting upcoming events and pitching in. In the coming weeks, the UT Farmers Market, St. Jude Give Thanks 5K Walk, and the Pat Summit Foundation's Race for the Summit have all committed to holding green events on the UT campus. Eastman thanks all of these organizations for the work they do and for pitching in.
Pitch in and do your part to make Neyland Stadium a zero-waste facility. Sponsored by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. Promote sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon. Come home to a better network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteer. By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by Food City, the tailgating headquarters of Vol fans everywhere. Food City, value every day. The Vol Network now turns the spotlight on Team 119. Brought to you by Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere.
The journey began yesterday to Saturday. Began yesterday. Now, a good group can put another day together. So we got to go out and get it.
So that's what was missing last week from us. Same thing. Coming off the ball, playing with leverage, playing with violent hands. So style of play, the theme that was meant for us.
There's no doubt about it. Coach DeBoer and I left the field yesterday, and you guys made the day for all of us by the way you attacked it and what you did.
Again, the journey began yesterday. We got to take another step towards Saturday today. All right, let's go. We warming up Sonic tempo today. Step down, man. Let's have a great day.
Great effort. Orange Swarm. That's what we talked about. Running through the football. What we're all about.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. Jet, head, climb it, elbows in. Jet, head, elbows.
He'll get the carry coming right.
There he is, got him. Turn it up, he's in.
Violence in your hands. Violence in your hands. Let's go. Be violent.
Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's go. Get off. Drive. Knees. More. Good.
Again, guys, you've all worked hard to be here, man. This is it. Don't get no better than this. Somebody said earlier, man, live in the moment.
Just sit in there and hold your point. Nobody's as big as bad as you two.
Good, that's it. Throw yourself back, throw it back. That's it, good. You won't be tripped like that. Let's go. That's going to be the long one. That safety can't trip you up.
Makes another tackle to the 30, to the 20, cuts it back to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
Great job. Good job, guys.
Owe to yourself. On this stage tonight to do what you want to do. You owe to yourself.
I'm working on it because it's not natural for some of you. Slip it right over the top. Punch him in the chin.
Coach, you got a great staff, and they really set the tempo every single day for practice, don't they?
Well, you just said it. They do set the tempo, and they deliver the message, and there's so much that goes into coaching football. And it's not just the X's and O's, but it's the ability to get the most of your players each and every day, to drive them, have the passion, and obviously the knowledge as well. And our coaches do a great job with that.
We'll take an in-depth look at the Tennessee offense next here on the Butch Jones Show.
Tailgating doesn't have to be work anymore. Kick off your game day with Tailgate Tennessee. Located in Circle Park, Tailgate Tennessee is 1 block from Neyland Stadium and offers premium tailgate packages with private tents, TVs, food, and much more. You park the car, we'll do the rest. For more information, visit tailgatetennessee.com. Presented by Dish and Subway Restaurants. Are you Tennessee tough? It's time to get ready for game day. On sale now at participating retailers is the official Tennessee football fan shirt for 2015. Be Tennessee tough and pick up your shirt today. Presented by Dish.
In the Tennessee-Florida game, Josh Dobbs was spectacular for Tennessee, catching a touchdown pass, running, and also leading the Tennessee offense. Why was he so special in this game against Florida?
He was able to run the football effectively. I thought he played with a hard edge, and then when we threw the football, we were very efficient. He accounted for 277 yards of total offense. And any time a quarterback can run and make plays with his legs, obviously that helps you in terms of running the football. And again, we need to continue to work on the throw game. We did some good things in the throw game, and we'll continue to throw the ball a little bit more. But again, everything is about a storyline and the flavor of the game. And I thought Josh did a very good job of managing our offense, and particularly in the 1 minute drill with less than a minute of really getting the ball down there as well. I thought he did some good things.
Let's take you inside the Tennessee offense with Vol for Life, Eric Ainge.
Thanks, Bob. We're going to get right into offense, and the first thing we're going to talk about today is offensive personnel packages. This play right here, we're going to let it go, is 21 halfback. Normally when you have 21 personnel, that is 2 running backs, 1 tight end. It's a running back, a fullback, a tight end, and 2 wide receivers. When we get back to it, you'll see that we have 2 wide receivers. We have Juwan Jennings, and I'm pretty sure it's Marquez North. Obviously, we have Jalen Hurd, and he's the one that motions out of the backfield out here to stretch the defense. But we have 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 tight end. When the 2 running backs are actual ball-carrying running backs, you call that 21 halfback or 21 Alvin, 21 Kamara, something to distinguish this on the sideline so the boys know what they're running into. Right here, this play is designed for man-to-man. We don't have man-to-man. You get in this slot formation even before Hurd goes over here. When Hurd's in the backfield, this is their best player right here. This is Hargraves. He stayed over here on Ethan Wolf's side. If he was going to be over here in man-to-man, he'd be guarding one of our 2 wide receivers. He's not. So when you get in what's called slot formation right here, tight end, 2 receivers over here, the first thing you look at as a play caller and a quarterback is, did they go corners over to the slot side, to these 2 receivers? They did not. We got zone. We probably have a dead play. But watch Wolf right here as the ball snapped. He comes off the football and influences Hargraves right there to get him to come across the field. If he just would have come off the ball and released flat right now, Hargraves would jump this play, probably pick it off, if not crush Dobbs on the throwback. But because he gets him running, we get a big play, eyes downfield by Jennings. Great job. That's what you get when you got a quarterback playing wide receiver out there. And we got a big play, guys hustling, O-line getting some blocks. Kamara and Wolf running down there. You always want to see everybody getting down there scoring touchdowns. We get to the next one, another fun play. Kamara getting to do the jump pass on Florida. Man, do they deserve one. All right, here we go. Wolf, big play. Now this play, this is a good example, both sides. We got a good play on offense. They have the right defense called. You want to run the jump pass or the hard sell run action where you're really, Peyton Manning bending over the football, when they have all 11 guys in the box. Right here, they got, again, Hargraves back, and they actually have a safety who starts back here in a 2-deep look, and he rolls to the deep middle of the field. So we're throwing the ball with a running back on a jump pass to basically a jump ball one-on-one with their free safety. Schematically, this is not the best play. And you can see right here, we're throwing it up one-on-one right here. Sometimes our players make better plays than their players. Great job, low hats, no inside penetration. Wiseman, all you guys up front, really good job of staying inside and firing off low, getting those linebackers to fire up so we have an opportunity to make a big play. And the last one right here, I want to show you this one. Looks like an easy touchdown. Right here, you'll notice the core is covered. The core is the center guard, the center and both guards. So right here, tackle, tackle, tackle. Guard, center, guard. The core is covered. Some people call that Bears, old Chicago Bears front. Right here, core is covered. One-on-one, one-on-one. Right here, they're so worried about Dobbs keeping the football as we let this play go. You'll watch him come off the line of scrimmage right here, 13. What do I do? Pause it. He comes back. What do I do? Right here, he's got Dobbs who can keep the football. He's got Wolf who could be coming and doing what he's doing right here, which is throwing and rolling, coming low right at his front kneecap, throwing and rolling, where he has to try to either get out of the way, jump over the top of him. No one wants to take on this block from an athletic tight end. Again, this is 11 personnel. But they're so worried about Dobbs that they forget that we have a running back that they haven't tackled for more than 2 or 3 yards after contact all game long. Core covered to 11 personnel again, trying to learn personnel here. 1 tight end, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers. Great job right here with the misdirection, the throw and roll. He obviously can read it. When we're on the half-yard line, give the thing to number 1, big touchdown. That big touchdown was set up by Josh Dobbs' ability to run the football. Congratulations to Josh Dobbs, our AutoZone player of the game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone. AutoZone.
The Vols rushed for more than 119 yards yesterday, which means Tennessee fans get a free medium hot or iced coffee via the Dunkin' Donuts mobile app today. Available at participating locations in East and Middle Tennessee.
Time now for Exact Science, brought to you by Humana, your partner in health.
In this segment, we're going to demonstrate the bench press. Joe Stockstill from Lewisburg, Tennessee is going to demonstrate. We're going to do a regular bench with a bar. With this movement, we want to make sure we get about a thumb length grip off the knurl. We don't want to go really wide with the hands. Real wide out here puts a lot of excess stress on the shoulders and on the pec muscles themselves. So we bring it into about 1 thumb length from the end of the knurl. From there, we take our thumbs under the bar so we have a full grip so the bar doesn't slip out. We want to initiate by picking up the bar out of the rack. We want to keep the bar over the midline of the body, the midline of the chest. Joe's going to keep, when he does this movement, 5 points of pressure, both feet on the ground, his hips, his shoulders, and his head stay in contact while he does this movement. Controls it down, stays tight, draws the bar up and back slightly. We perform a bench press in our program. We think it's very important, especially nowadays the way football is played, where you can use your arms, and we do more where we're jamming players, extending out.
We're here at the University of Tennessee with Joe Stockstill. We're demonstrating today a dumbbell bench. This is a great alternative if you have a shoulder issue and you have trouble with the bar, doing a barbell bench press. On a dumbbell bench, Joe's going to lay back. Remember, 5 points of contact. Both feet are in contact with the ground, hips, shoulders, and head. We're going to start from the top position. This is called a neutral grip. Palms are in. By keeping those palms in, keeping the elbows in, we're taking less stress off the shoulder joint. Joe's going to go ahead, perform a few reps. He's keeping the elbows in, controlling the negative, then driving the weight up. Again, he's keeping that low back press to the ground, good 5 points of contact. Another variation we can do with this movement, we can alternate from the top position. What this is doing is adding more shoulder stabilization. Go ahead and perform a few reps. Again, keeping his abs tight. That other dumbbell is up, the shoulder got to stabilize, and we're still working those chest, front delt, and triceps.
We believe players need to be stronger in their shoulder and obviously their chest area, their pecs, but also in the shoulder area to prevent injuries and things of that nature.
You know, Coach, everybody talks about strength training during the off season and in the summer, but it's important during the season as well.
It's year round, and that's probably one of the biggest growth and maturation processes in our football program right now are all of our strength gains, and Dave Lawson, Mike Sershin do a tremendous job. It's even doubly challenging when you're playing the inordinate amount of freshmen that you're having to play right now, because usually you redshirt them and they live 4 days a week and they're on a completely different routine than the players that are in season. But we have a season plan right now where they're also making great gains in the strength and conditioning area as well.
And those freshmen have to learn that it is year-round.
Well, that's exactly right, and they do a great job, and our players now are conditioned, and it's kind of that culture. When they come off the field, they go right into the weight room, and it's also about injury prevention. And if we'll go a day or two without lifting, they want to do it because they're so bought into it that they expect it after practice.
When we come back, we'll look inside Tennessee's defense here on the Butch Jones Show.
Learn how you can win a trip for two to the 2016 College Football Playoff National Championship. Go to www.collegecollegechallenge.com/GoVols to learn more. The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS. From figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Visit solvers.ups.com to learn more. By Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by Farm Bureau Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at fbhealthplans.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office.
Coach, we'll look at the Tennessee defense. Kyle Phillips, we saw him earlier. Shai Tuttle, Khalil McKenzie. On down the list, you played a lot of young players in this game against Florida.
Great experience for them, and they've really stepped up, and you can see them progressing and getting better and better and better. Darren Kirkland, he has a great nose for the football. Kyle Phillips, we saw his effort, and his playing time will continue to increase. And the two baby defensive tackles in Tuttle and McKenzie, they continue to develop. But also, you know, it's Justin Martin out on the edge. He's starting to gain valuable repetitions because he has a great skill set and with his length. And then also some individuals that split time. Todd Kelly Jr., you see him really making intelligent football plays. His feel for the game continues to grow and grow and grow, and he has great instincts. So when you look at across the board and you look at the inordinate amount of younger players playing and you see them develop, that's why we just have to stay the course.
Let's take a look inside Tennessee's defense with Eric Ainge again.
Thanks, Bob. We're going to get right into defense, and there's a few fun things to teach from right here on the defensive tape. Right here, 12 personnel, tight end, running back, 2 receivers. Right here, you got these guys piggyback. One of these guys is coming, either going to the deep half, blitzing, he's coming, they're guarding him. When they're piggybacked on defense, something's up, okay? So here we got this play. We're going to let it run through. Max protection. He's kind of checking and he's going. But you got 7 guys blocking and only 2 and a check down out on routes. This is a great play by Malik Foreman, okay? Here's our man-to-man Foreman on Callaway. He's our best receiver too. So we'll let this one play out, let it roll. Right here, boom, he's coming across the field, and that will stop it right here, okay? So what he's doing is he's stair-stepping a crossing route. A lot of people on crossing routes, especially in high school and college, they just kind of run the crossing route slow and go. Right here, Callaway's doing a good job of what's stair-stepping him. He's running him across, squaring him up, so he can break this way, that way, stop and turn on a deep curl route. But right here, Foreman doesn't cross his leg over. Right here, that left leg, he doesn't flip his left leg over and cross his hips. That's what he's trying to get him to do. You let it play out. He tries to stair step him, stick his foot in the ground, but he never flips his hips, and he's right here in his hip pocket in great position to go get a PBU. He waits to put his hands on him to the last second. That is perfect man-to-man technique on their best player in the slot, which is the hardest place to play. You got to guard the whole field. Really good job by 13. We get to the next play right here. This is a fun one. 4-2 even tray front. What does that mean? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 2 backers. That's your numbers. 4 linemen, 2 backers. Even, meaning both on the 3 techniques. 3 technique on the guard. 3 technique on the guard. The tray front means they're really spread out. It's a 3rd down front. A lot of teams in the NFL do it. We're doing it right here. We're doing it not only to use Weathered as the spy on Greer, but we're doing it for end and tackle, tackle and end stunts on the lineman. You'll see these three have these two right here. So as you let this play out, first we got the end going for, boom, he goes first, tackle goes second. That's called an ET stunt. If the end goes first and the tackle goes second, that's an ET. If the tackle goes first and the end comes second, TE. Pretty simple as you watch it, okay? But these three have these two, and you'll notice neither of them really get much of a piece of it. We got Lewis and Vereen both getting through, almost scot-free, getting the quarterback off the spot. Lewis right here gets him off the spot. We got a young freshman, Phillips, doing a great job of holding, waiting, and then taking a really good pursuit angle to go get this sack. Weathered is here spying. He'd have got the tackle anyway. Really good defensive call and great execution by the boys on that play. Last one right here, credit number 7 down here. He's had great games, he's had okay games, he's had some unbelievable games. When you play that much football, you talk about him all the time. This is his second assist in 2 weeks to number 33. McNeil owes him a steak dinner. That's his second pick that he owes Cam Sutton. When you're in man-to-man and you know you got help inside, watch where he lets him get right here. Down, set, hut, throw outside shoulder, forces him inside. And you'll see the receiver trying to get back out here because he knows that ball is going to be thrown on this outside edge of the numbers to splitting the difference between the numbers and the sideline. So right here, you'll see where McNeil actually catches the football and stop right there about halfway in between. He's trying to get back to the spot because old Florida football has been that way since the ball coach was there, is throwing it out here to a spot out on the side. Great job by number 7, not getting a clean release and forcing him inside to his boy number 33 to get the interception. Just a few plays to show how hard that defense played, and they gave their all. That's it from the film room, Bob.
Monday night means more Tennessee football. Join us from 8 to 9 p.m. for the Big Orange Hotline. Bob Kessling, Jeff Francis, and Pat Ryan break down Saturday's ballgame live from the patio of Dead End Barbecue in West Knoxville. That's the Big Orange Hotline every Monday night. You asked, he'll answer. This is Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Check them out at academy.com/Vols for your chance to win Tennessee football tickets. No purchase necessary.
We're joined by John Bryce, and Coach, we got a question from Justin Mack, and he wants to know about Josh Dobbs. How has he developed as a quarterback?
Well, he continues to develop, and that's the thing about playing quarterback. You're always work in progress. There's so many things that go into it, from your pre-snap identification to your pre-snap checklist to your post-snap checklist to managing the game, and Josh Dobbs continues to get better and better with all that.
Butch, as the leader of this program, what do you do moving forward in obviously a difficult time? And what do you personally do, and what do you ask of your player staff and your player leaders as well?
Well, you stay consistent. You stay consistent in your approach. We have great character young man. You can't let any outside clutter or distractions creep in. And we're being challenged right now. But I really believe when you're challenged, good things lie ahead. And, you know, our players hurt like we all do. But you know what? This is a league that's very unforgiving. We get another opportunity on Saturday versus a very, very good Arkansas football team that took Texas A&M to overtime, and they're kind of in the same pattern that we are. So it's going to take another great week of preparation, but you rely on your leadership, your core values of your football program, your leadership, and you stay the course. You never blink.
Coach, we appreciate your time today. Good luck this week against Arkansas. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Butch Jones, his comments, and we'll look ahead to Arkansas next here on The Butch Jones Show.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Humana. Over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health. By Vol Network Home Entertainment. Available at participating Walmart locations and online at volnetwork.tv. And by the Tennessee Lottery. Proud to have raised over $3.4 billion for education in Tennessee. Time now for the First Tennessee First Look. A scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponents. Brought to you by First Tennessee, the official bank of the Vols.
When the Arkansas Razorbacks come to Neyland Stadium next Saturday night, the Razorbacks on a 3-game losing streak after losing to Texas A&M. And John Bryce, I guess they are the biggest surprise team in college football, the fact they are 1-3.
3 consecutive losses, Bob, but much like Tennessee's fate, a little bit deceiving. They dominated Texas A&M on Saturday night before losing in overtime. Had nearly a 2-to-1 edge in time of possession, almost 40 minutes to 20 minutes. Had a 150-yard receiver, and as we saw there, Jonathan Williams, a 150-yard rusher. So it's still an Arkansas team with some dynamics on offense that likes to run the football downhill.
And they want to be physical.
They do want to be physical. They've got 4 returning starters on their offensive line, headlined by a big Dan Skipper, who at one point in time was committed to the University of Tennessee. Arkansas wants to get out in front of you and then just use that downhill running attack. Not been very good in close games under Brett Bielema. I think they're now 0-8 in games decided by single digits, Bob.
And you got to think about where are they mentally and physically and emotionally coming again on the road to come to Tennessee now.
Especially that Arkansas-Texas A&M matchup is an old Southwest Conference rivalry game, but now they've got to get back up, come back on the road. That was technically, I think, a neutral site game in Dallas Saturday night, but a big emotional investment for the Hogs, who were trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. First 2 games in that streak had been at home, where the Hogs were heavily favored. They were underdogs last night, took A&M into overtime, but again, 3 consecutive losses for a team that a lot of people expected to challenge for the West.
And that brings you to Tennessee, where the Volunteers now emotionally coming off this Florida game.
Yeah, and that's what we just talked to Butch Jones about, Bob, and it is about the leadership from the top down and what this program does moving forward. It's, I think, the most difficult time that Butch Jones has faced here at Tennessee, but I also have seen a decided difference in the leadership of this University of Tennessee football program and football team, whether it's a Jalen Reeves-Maben or a Josh Smith, Josh Dobbs. So many guys are stepping up and leading more vocally. They're going to need that this week now more than ever.
But offensively, they did do some very good things against Florida.
They did some great things against Florida, particularly running the football. But Tennessee has to continue to make more plays in the passing game, and until it does that, the running is going to get tougher and tougher. Jalen Hurd ran as hard Saturday in the Swamp as any Tennessee running back I've seen, but he can't sustain that with that type of physical toll.
And you can't rely on trick plays to pull out games. So Tennessee has to get better in the passing game. Everybody knows that. Coach Jones knows that.
Yeah, and it's a point of emphasis, but it will continue to be a point of emphasis until Tennessee finds some consistency in its passing attack, Bob.
And so again, Tennessee back in SEC play on Saturday night against the Arkansas Razorbacks. It's a 7 o'clock start at Neyland Stadium, and there are some tickets available at uttix.com. For Coach Jones, for John Bryce, I'm Bob Kessling, and we'll see you next week. Highlights of the Arkansas game here on The Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Hand Digital Studio.